Lake might be the most hated spring Chinook fishery that people can't seem to get enough of. In this video, I'm going to explore, is Drano Lake still worth it? On paper, the answer looks obvious. Over 11,000 springers returned to the Little White Salmon. Last year was a banger year, but is the crowd worth it? That's what we're going to explore. All right, let's get after this. So I've probably fished Drano 10 times this year, and I fell in love with it again early. There was very few people fishing. Some of the best guides are fishing, even whether they have demand or not. If the fish aren't quite there yet, I've noticed some of the best guys will fish it by themselves, or maybe a friend or two, or with their wife, waiting for the fish to show up, and they kind of refrain from bringing people early before it's good. And granted, I was there with my friend's 1980 Starcraft, and we were driving around the toilet bowl with 3 or 4 people. The fish were very scarce, and as the fish increased, the crowds at least proportionally increased. Now, here's the deal: we're gonna cut to the graphic here on the 10-year average for the Willamette as well as the Bonneville Dam, and then we're gonna see in the data here. It's the peak days shifted horizontally to the left a couple days, so we are early on the curve compared to the 10-year and last year where it had always lined up. I'm guessing the low snowpack and water warming up faster probably has something to do with triggering them to come quicker, but it's not been a banger year. The fish are there, and of course the fish are there as far as a good proportion are going to return to the Little White Salmon and make their way into Drano. And I've heard from legend that other fish like the upriver brights that are head for reach, they've tested it, studied it. This is not based on fact or any research I've seen, but a lot of people seem to believe that all the fish or a lot of them check into Drano and just dip into the bowl for a second to check it out. It would make sense, especially with the temperature differential for the water. That being said, let's take it to the graphics. So first we'll start with the Willamette as an option here. It's looking a lot better. You see the current year has had massive spikes that were above even the highest spikes in the 10-year average, or last year, which is just out of control. We've had some good days there. It does get great in June. It's frankly an option as an alternative for Drano when Drano's peaking. There's nothing wrong with going down to Oregon City and having some space. When I did catch one down Oregon City this year after being at Drano, it was sure nice to let it run. Now here we can see Bonneville. The current year peak has certainly shifted horizontally a couple days to the left, and it was reliably on that period for the 10-year and last year. That curve peaked reliably on practically the same moment. Again, this is a weird year, so Drano's also peaked. We only have a certain amount of these fish coming over the dam, and a percentage of them are going to come to Drano. So when the Bonneville Dam count peaks, Drano's going to peak a day or two after that. That's just going to be how it is. Now, as the count increases during peak week, combined with social media, of course, people posting videos like myself, and then the delay of the fervor to get up there, the fear of missing out, I think all of that's peaked. So you're not going to see prime toilet bowl shit show that you would expect. So now would be a good time to go and pay a guide to navigate it on a non-weekend. And during this next week or two, I would say it's a worthwhile chance to go get yourself a king, and it's just a matter of how much you hate the crowds. Now this is the trade-off. There's peak, run coming in, and only so many boats can fit in the bowl. People troll the lake. It's chaotic. I avoid that. That's why I fished the Willamette. Picked up a couple before it, but I will be heading back probably one more time. I don't expect peak where I'm seeing doubles left and right, but again, the crowd's going to be less, and I find it more enjoyable with less of a crowd. The way I've found that is most effective to enjoy yourself at Drano Lake is to go in there without expectations of success. That way, success is a pleasant surprise, and then you're not upset so bad when someone runs your fish over. And if you're getting any values out of these videos, if you could help us out, please give us a subscribe, share with a friend, and drop a comment. Let us know what you think of Drano Lake. Is it worth it? Do you go with a guide? Are you a guide? Or are you thinking about going? If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And we're going to be doing daily salmon updates as well as a lot of offshore stuff. I'm going to be fishing the Oregon Tuna Classic. I'm going to be aggregating data between Buoy 10 guides. So give us a subscribe, and we'll see you on the next side.